Check, check. Cool, that'll do. If I don't see chat right away, that's probably because I don't have my phone stand. can't tell if I like the idea of there being like no voice dialogue or I dislike the idea of there being no voice dialogue. It's kind of just all music. I'm here for it. Because I read really fast, I also typically skim through these, so like, gotta take it real nice and slow. Mostly just trying to get to the enemies that are at level 50 so I can start getting some better gear. So I think we're at 43. We gotta get to Boss Roga to get into about the 50s, I think. I think Crab is 48. I mean, if it has a spear, I might as well beat the heck out of it just to grab the spear. Or halberd, rather. Just kind of a cheaper option right now, I think. I also don't have a whole lot in the skills department. Basically relying on Flash Stab, Deadly Spear, and Strike Stab. I think we got a combo setting here. I think what I should be running is Injection, Deadly Spear, Flash Stab. And then I can run Evasion, Quick Aura. Do this one, which will activate Invasion, Quick Aura. And this one, which will do the other combo. See, Assassin Stab would be great with Katana's back attack skill, because you immediately will always be behind the target. Which is guaranteed critical and will do bonus with backstab. I guess that will just have to wait. I think after Boss Roga, I think would be the better decision to fight Warmonger, which is an optional boss. Don't remember what he drops though. It's mostly just story errands right now. Can't even fight Crab yet. It's just kind of a long story errand. Kind of just backtracking right now on top of that. Of course you would say that, Marcus. Of course you would. Which one? Because it's a serious / trick question. Which one? Alright, now we're just gonna head back the way we came so we can fight Vervlog, which I believe is level 46. I also don't remember what he drops because it's been a long time. It's been a long time since I played this. So we're Hergopchik? Of course you would. It's also the right answer. Oh, backtracking like a motherfucker. The story gets boring from time to time. I wish the story was just read out to me, like in a D&D campaign. But nah, I gotta silently read it. I gotta make sure the viewers keep up with it because I tend to read ridiculously fast. Also, it took us 2 bloody hours to get the stream up and running, all because my fucking Twitch decided to switch NAT types, which I didn't know was a thing. If the stream looks like a mess, it is because I'm using an experimental app to run a phone game on my Twitch. That's what we've been doing for the longest ass time. So it looks like checkers and stars, that's because it is. But it's also handling it very bloody well as well. Okay, player log after a mild conversation. I think we don't have to do this. Yeah, okay, so that's optional. We do be fighting a lot of finding. I mean, either or is an option. Now we can fight a dragon. Hey, big old dragon boy. fun fact, the merchant that's in the story is useless through half the game. Would that not even work? Yeah, that doesn't work. Okay, so it does work, just not in the way that I want it to work. Oh, my evasion just recharges so quickly. Oh my goodness. Only through half our HP. Which is actually fine for us, at least with this build. Less HP we have, the faster our MP recovery is. Wow, that actually scraped me. Ooh. I don't know, this next text, I'm just gonna do the poison. We do have auto heal items on as well, so if we do get into a lower stage that we don't want to be in, we can just trigger that. Oh, that might hit. That is fine. I should be the one with the evasion here, not you. It's got another one? Yep, there it is. I'm surprised the triple stack does not trigger. I think it has to be a 5 energy cost. We're not low enough to get much use off the ability. Well, now we are. That will hit. Alright, so Player Vlog's the one that's 50, Boss Roga's the one that's 60 to 70. It's kind of the major point to get some of the better skills. He's also one of the biggest bosses, or most annoying bosses in the game. Of course that's gonna hit. Of course when I trigger the poison. I mean, we only get 30 seconds of evasion, which is okay, I guess. But also, nope, okay. He dodged all of them. Ah! He dodged the triple stab. Oh, I cry. Waiting for the knockdown attack so I can evade. Keep forgetting all his attacks are kind of on repeat here. gonna take some more damage. Why not? So we gotta wait for the 3 attacks. And I can hit with the full combo. Attack 1. I'm kinda curious why the other does not trigger its statting. Is it just not proccing triple stat? Not better than that, because he just evades it all. Fucking triple stab doesn't really do anything if he's just gonna evade the fucking triple stab. Because this boss somehow has evasion. I think I kind of need to trigger the evasive on every single aspect. It's 40 seconds of evasion. Kinda sucks. Could make it an instant. Too bad that didn't trigger the poison. Maybe it may have been better to have fire instead of poison, that way I had a better DOT. Because poison just is status alignment removal. I'm just eating through my health right now. Does the triple step not trigger DOT? I haven't seen it activate once. Oh, right, that is on me. I'm just gonna utilize it, might as well. Oh my god, that has so much damage over time. That is not okay. Yeah, so I always want to trigger the evade, I guess. Not that it's doing me any good. Just getting my ass handed to me now. Nope, so triple, it does not trigger on triple. Honestly, the triggering time's so low. Might have less of a problem if it's a little higher. Not the one that I wanted to do, but that's fine. Yeah, I want to know why triple stab doesn't trigger the DOT. I mean, I barely get the DOT to go off. I think he drops the volcanic spear. Nah. No one of them does it. So how low is the triggering chance? Yeah, so I do have that. Because the normal attacks will trigger the poison. Ah, okay, so I need a high stat dagger to be able to increase the chances. Okay, that is probably what's crippling me right now. What is that? Maybe the 0% is the stability. Oh, I do have the magic crystals here. A little bit stronger. Yes, I need better knives to get the chance to it. As well. Just gives us a little bit more attack. Oh, since I don't need anything, key goes to 50. That means crab will be the best bet at leveling. I can get some good armor. The volcanic armor is okay. It's more built for heavy, and I'm going invasive, so I don't really care that much. If I really, really want a good set of armor, I can go the wolf garb. Gives me invasive, gives me great attack. I think those are the stats. I think I need to lose the natural alignment. Yeah, that doesn't really matter. Natural alignment is legally not important. It's just fun. I mean, I might even just fight him right now. I think he's level 46. Might take a little while, but getting the wolf garb is kind of good. Trying to remember when I can fight Warmonger. We also pretty much level up after the next big story event. We gotta fight Goose first, huh? I mean, there's the slime armor. As for Magic Beast, it would be funny, because I technically, theoretically could go Magic. I gotta level up a couple more times to see if it actually works, but I'm pretty goddamn sure Halberd can use Magic-based abilities. You would have to recast it, but that's fine. I mean, I have to recast every one of the halberd skills anyway, on repeat, so I'm used to recasting. Also, Cyclical Spear. The Eerie Crystal Spear. Barr, angry cute meow. Been through this way too many times. 2,600 hours. This shit is just repeat. Gotta do it for people. Oh, how my thing just like randomly cuts out, man. It's nice. I'm trying to remember which one your Highlands is. Yeah, so this is the slime area. So I fight Ooze, then the crab, then Moon Mage, then Boss Roga. I don't even think you could skip the interaction anyway. We'll get a couple of level ups from this because he is the next boss in line. I think it's like 1 or 2 level ups. So we'll just fight the boss normally, and then we'll just pick up the pace using one of the allied adventurers. Depends on which ones I have. I just don't want to spoil it all, but like, no. Because I've gotten to the midway point of Snow Mountain twice. Half of it gets kind of lost in translation, because, you know, that's how it is. Remember what it needed. Oh, yeah. Oh, so I do need to look into daggers and see if I can get myself a better dagger, so I will have to keep an eye on that. And so that's, if I remember correctly, that is 1. Yeah, so MB cost 100. MP cost 100. MP cost... Okay, it wasn't flash stab that I wanted. I was wondering why it wasn't triggering. So we do that, and then we do evasion. Now flash stab's gonna be 2, or flash strike stab is gonna be 200. So it's gonna be 600 right there. That's 700. And I suppose we can always trigger I was gonna say we can always trigger the other effect. So we do that, and that will trigger the full thing. So it always reset the venom, which then will do the next ability, which will increase my critical, will increase my status, then I can get 3 hits on both, then get the dodge effect. I'll just have to trigger the battle with dodge and speed. And then while we're on the way, we can basically just level up through these. Which there is a special event variant of it too. It's kind of entertaining. He's just a mini boss that you can find in sewers during Valentine's Day. But like, I was wondering why it wasn't triple stab and it was just the other one that was triggering, because it's not gonna really trigger much on cannon spear. Not that I have a very high rate to trigger it, but I'm gonna have a far better rate on the triple stab. Some mobility this year, that would be I will, I guess, either I could go into building up into mage, or I could start building up into fire DOT if I can find that for assassin. If I can get the fire DOT, I can trigger one of the two effects at a time, and I'll always have damage per second. I just did it wrong way? That's crazy. It's a bridge going straight through. Direction am I going? I just got lost in the sauce. I just got completely fucking lost. All right. I gotta go fully around. That's why I don't go fully around. Alright, I understand. I know where I'm at now. Glad I went through 2 full circles to figure that out. Because, you know, enough hours is not enough hours to never, ever learn the game 100%. Always be tripping. Take the long path, because I know the short path, but I should take the long path. Alright, now we got a boss near. We can beat up said boss. You do get assistance for beating up this said boss. Does not look like they are down. No, yep, they're not down. I think they're just finished that starter quest. Arguably, I think Warcry Struggle, hands down, is the best MP recovery ability that there is. This Warcry Struggle is so good. The cost of 100 MP. Up to 300. I think one of the best trade-offs, and it's a second and a half. Far faster than even having the max stats for MP charge. Granted, you have to be basically under half-life to use it, but if you're running an evasion build, yeah. Dark Knight. He's here. He's gonna do things. Yeah, as I said, the only assistance I get is just to, you know, save the individual from chaos. I'm just gonna have to do everything else all right. So if I do get my butt kicked by ooze, it just so happens to be there. The music's absolutely bopping though. Right. Trigger MP. Fine, we'll do it myself. I don't remember his attack pattern, it's been a while. I think it's just big smackaroos. Oh my god, all of them triggered the DOTs. Yeah, buddy. Alright, that's what we're talking about. Every single trigger happened out once. Hell yeah. Just a miracle all of a sudden. That's just how we play it. Poison's kind of bad. It's not that good. Oh, that hit. Bologna. And he does freeze. Ooh, but we do big damage. And we got hit by freeze again. Because I like not moving at all. I like being turtle beast. The only thing saving me is Warcry. It's all the low-end attacks, isn't it? Well, we're just gonna sit here and farm them, I guess. Like, we're just gonna be just barely out of reach of every single one of his attacks. I was gonna say, like, another one. Kind of giving it to me, I think. He's just gonna let me have it. I think. I don't know. Not the one I want to use, but that is fine. That means we just have an even more chance of trigger. Church? Sure. And yeah, alright. I forgot I do need to do armor break. I guess that's what Cannon Spear is important for. Because it gives me the best chance for armor break. Not that I really care here. Having armor break on this boss really isn't going to do anything useful. Oh, that fucking hit me. Wound. Wish I had the dual sword speed, that would be nice. Let's see the finisher. Yep. Wow, alright. Kind of not expecting that boss to be that easy, but he was. That was a thing, alright. Black night spooky. Is a night in clouded dark armor. Spooky, scary man. He's not been seen. Oh, does it just force me to do it? Okay, cool. I am very surprised we didn't level up there. I'm also a little annoyed. Because we're sitting at 99%. Oh, I forgot I got star gems. Which, none of those are important for me. Both of those are mid. Alright, 5 of those went into non-food because it increases HP, MP, and accuracy. All at the same time. For a level 1 skill. That is crazy. And those are some significant ups too. They're not like mid, they're very significant. So what Chronos Drive essentially does is it repeats triple strike snap. And then it makes it where the target has a 100% chance to take the penetrate stat. Again, what Infinite Dimension does is it repeats repetitively Chronos Drive. Chronos Drive repetitively repeats strike stat. If I run that with Poison DOT or Fire DOT, that's going to be a lot of status buildup immediately. Like an unhealthy amount. So this increases the maximum for my poison. And then if my max stack goes up to that point, I guarantee you poison damage. And it goes into Enchanted Poison, which deals even more Poison DLT on top of the Poison DLT, which is guaranteed. This one would be good if I'm running tank status, but I need to keep my health low. I mean, I suppose it would be nice since I'm just going to recover and be able to keep my health low and still use Warcry of Struggle, but that's not really what I want to go with that. It's kind of hard because I don't know which one I want to do. I also want to get Warcry because that just buffs all attack. And then I can't be feared. Berserk is crazy because it makes it where I'm immune to status alignment. Gain attack speed, critical rate. Attack speed, yeah, so attack power, attack speed, critical rate. Wasn't there a skill that gave me? Oh no, it would mimic whatever my... So it would remove my status, essentially, or it would copy my weapon status. But what gives me Ignite? I thought there was something... I know there was something on there that gave me Ignite, pretty much. Monfu doesn't have great skills for what I need. I suppose I could run this. Well, no, where's Backstab? Is that weapon-based skill? Yeah, one of these skills does it. So that moves forward. Can't find the one that does it. Whatever. Still need to figure out what I want to do with how I want to do things. Either I can go straight into the DOT, or I can test out the mage skill and go more into the other effect. Either I go into DOT or I go into mage. What do I have for 2,000, 3,000, 5,000. Okay. Holy shit! 27,000 attack! What the hell? That's essentially just one-tapping everything for the next 2/3 of the game. Someone clearly had their time played on this. I don't want to do them that hard. Jesus, man. We'll just hire this one. It's still pretty high stat, but, you know, minuscule compared to that just laid eyes across. I want to play the game a little bit. Just a tad bit. Not that I will be playing it much, but, you know, a tad bit would be nice. Just a tiny bit. Jesus, 27,000 I've never seen. Like, that would end in half a second. If it took 5 seconds to kill it with this character, that thing would be dead on the highest level. That's just what 5,000 attack looks like. My god. If I am struggling against the higher bosses, I will be using them. Guaranteed. On some of the more difficult bosses on the first run in, I'll do something like this right here. I don't know. I don't remember what the boss's level was that. I'm just shocked that I see such ridicule numbers. Alright, we get whatever that is, the Xmas stars. No, like... What? That's crazy. Can't comprehend my mind around that. Yes, I think 52 is its highest. Depends on how much I get from that, I might pull the boss a little bit. But like, that thing is crazy. Is it 10%? Possibly a slight number of 10%? Keep fucking forgetting to check. I'm just gonna look at the 32, and if it goes from 32 to 42, I'll just continue and I'll beat him up a little bit. But if it doesn't even get close to 42, I'm just gonna... If it doesn't even get... Okay, yeah, alright, so I am right. About 10%. Yeah, I could beat him up for like one more round, one more set of things until I get to level 50. And then we'll just move on to the next boss. I will just hit him with the Kena drive, see if we can break off it. It matters not to me. I'll hit all the damage over time. I'll take it all. Free XP. Not even a problem in my book. Plus I'm collecting Christmas event stuff, which I don't really know what I'll use for, besides doing the Christmas event, which I'm not really interested in. Again, all of the stuff I need is not going to be in like the first area in my commitments in the story. Beat him up! Beat him up! Beat him up! Beat him up! That's crazy! 27K? Like, what is... I don't even think that's the max, because I think 315 to 320 is the max level that you can go. That person was at 305. That is some huge commitment. Honestly, evened out stats too, if I recall. It's like 20k HP, 20k AP, or whatever the attack is. I don't care. Let's go blow this guy up. Or my mercenary can run away, activate war cry, then go into ult, because you know, it's overkill real quick. We just need to flex on the haters. Oh, that's crazy, dude. The thing is, like, I can see that I can sort of understand it, because one of the weapons that I have is from, like, someone who would be up in 295. Because I did get gifted a halberd of very high status. Kind of curious, like, I think that would throw me at 7,000, and you get 1,000, I think it's a 500 to 1,000 bonus for it being mercenary. So I'm just gonna, like, equip it real quick just to see what my stats are. So we were sitting at 1,000. We're sitting at 3,000. So we, just with that weapon alone, we'd be sitting at about 4,000. No, that did 2,600, because my attack status is 400. So we would be sitting at a pretty huge number there. So that's 2,400, no, 3,600, give and take. Somewhere around that. So yeah, we'd be sitting on 5,000 attack for level 52, which is unreasonable. I'm just gonna start increasing strength. Oh no, how much attack speed? But we increase attack speed with war cry. How much is it? 409 stats. Yeah, we're just gonna build it to strength for a little bit. We've got enough attack speed for at least a little while. Yeah, our attack speed's covered. It's good. We're granted. We're granted. We're still doing pretty good on our battery level as well, since I am running the bow. It's kind of a shame that I just can't run the cool skills that Dual Sword has with Halberd, because you get a minuscule number for it. Ah, you get the katana. The katana does look nice, I will say. We're sitting at 99 again. We don't need the katana. I wanted to hopefully maybe get the armor, but I mean, I'll take it. Oh, it is slotted though, which is nice. That typically means it's slotted by looking at that stat value. When it shows a red icon, you know it's good. It could also be colored, but I highly doubt it. It's a very low chance for that. That's still strength. Well, we're gonna look at it. Let's see what we got. Okay, so water element, critical damage, magic of additional magic. That's entertaining, actually. And it's got a special stat on it. Okay, so it was special stat. It's special stat. Yeah. Okay, that's what the thing was. All right, we can get out of here. No, that's just crazy. 27,000. I'm pretty sure that was from one of the people that watched my stream too. Like, that is insane. That is crazy. No improvement to the gear there. think I'll keep sticking with the story until I have to go to either Alascaro or back to Toram. Or Sophia City specifically. That's just that's just crazy. I can do all this running now. Just for a couple of cutscenes, and we can start heading into the other way. Is it Ancient Empress before Boss Rogue, or is it Boss? Because I know I will be fighting one after the other. I think it's Boss Rogue and then Ancient Empress. Both of them are bitch. This guy here, does he need help? Oh, okay, that's good. No, because that's insane. I'm still thinking about those numbers, bro. Those were numbers will be my dreams. Charlie Spooky. Yeah, so Moon Mage, then Crab, then Boss Roga, then Ancient Empress. I'm glad I'm not running Mage. At least right now, because Moon Mage just destroys Mage class characters. I learned that the hard way as of recently. Like, Moon Mage is an absolute annihilator. He does both bleed and silence. Mage can't operate any ability skills under silence, and they can't operate any magic-based skills under silence, which means you just remove everything from existence. You just don't let them play. And I think it's like 13 seconds for bow status. Like, bleed doesn't mess with the kind of melee-based classes. It's still a little annoying. But like, silence doesn't matter unless you're running a cast-based skill. I think technically Warcry Struggle can be a cast-based skill, but it's not like I'm always using my recovery. Oh, I just repeated that, okay.
gotta do little trials of killing a bunch of things, because that's cool. I could speed up the process, but we shall see how slow it is. I think one of them might give me a halberd. I know one of the enemies further in. Yeah, so I could get a better spear halberd thing from the enemies here. One of them gives a magic device, one of them gives a great sword, which is a little bit further on, and the great sword is amazing. One of the greatest for the low levels. It's just high damage. Like everything you want for a great sword, essentially. That one will stick for a while until you get, I think, Bone Blade from Ancient Emperor's Tomb. Well, I guess it doesn't stick that long. Because Ancient Emperor's Tomb's also pretty good. I think the halberd should stick for a while. I think it's the ones with the spears that grant the magic device. Send them away! Alright. Well, the only way to confirm is to check, right? Wow, yep, alright, magic device, and then the other one is the sword. Which is the normal sword. Which is pretty okay, I guess. What about the rock guys? Donna. Oh, closing the map. Oh, it was the... Okay, so I am right the first time. They do drop the two-handed sword. Which is, honestly, one of the best in the game. Yeah, these guys like to fight. I'm gonna be sitting here for a while, so I'm just gonna speed up the process. Alright, just go run all the way that way. Super important that you just did whatever you did there. I don't think I needed to kill the stone, but we're killing the stone now. You can run, so another good one if you're going with the two-handed swords is you can run Rampage and Berserk with THS as well. Or not two-handed sword, dual sword. Which allows you to be able to do all the unsheath, which gives you a higher chance of not messing up Berserk, and will get you critical on dodge. Then you can also run Warcry Struggle with their equivalent of Warcry, or not Warcry Struggle, with Warcry with their equivalent of Warcry. And then you can also run the attack boost from the THS side, which means you can get all the speed status in the world, and you get like 4,000 attack speed on 4 hits per. With a low chance of messing up your base damage. Because you have much higher stability than two-handed sword does. Two-handed sword now grants you much higher crit and higher base power, but having all those statuses is just far better. The chance of not messing up, getting the 4 attacks with 4,000 attack speed, that's just instant mana fill. Because each micro attack also does normal mana fill. And you can increase it based on mana fill bonus. And if you really, really want to dish out some serious damage, you go into the Ranger's Doppelganger skill, which then gives you another set of all those abilities triggering simultaneously. Disgusting damage output, disgusting chance, and disgusting evasion, all in just one sitting, like an absolute true hooligan. Wow, I only killed one sword marionette. That's crazy. Gotta change that up a little. Yeah, no, it's some serious crazy stuff. I might run two-handed sword eventually. Get really high up there with it. I really, really want to fuck around with Halberd and hopefully see if I can cast magic with it. There is some pretty goated magic skills that I can do with Halberd if I'm capable. If it's applicable, which most likely will be. Okay, now just party, just ban party, which then allows me to do that, which allows me to do this. I think you can get up to about 50% for XP with all of the things it gives you typically. Alright, well, I still need the... Yep, alright, so I'm gonna need the mercenary again, because I gotta kill them, but more death and destruction. Can't remember what those guys give you. Do they give you the gauntlets? Well, party. 5,000's pretty strong. Guess we just start slaying. And check the bag to see what they give. Just additional gear. So I suppose I can look up what additional gear they give to see if it's any good. I mean, I do got a pretty good piece of equipment right now. There's the sitting Bemu. 1000 HP plus no weapon attack. Yeah, no, I really don't think they're additional gears to keep up with that. Now this one would typically, these kind of things would be a little easier with characters with high AoE. Halberd is not one of those characters with a high AoE type of ability. We're just gonna have to make do with what we got. Kind of have to keep those. What things can I get rid of? I guess the spear and glaive. And leather armor, process. Straya garb. If it's the normal Straya garb, I can just get rid of. Full melt. Not really that important either. I'll keep them both for now. That just gives me a little bit. God, I wish I could just level up so much faster. At the same time, it's gonna be more difficult going against the higher up bosses without some competent gear. So I just go in there with like no decent gear, I'm gonna be one tap. granted, I have that ridiculous mercenary I can just use pretty much anytime I want, but there is an hour limit to each mercenary. So I can only use them for up to an hour per day. They cost nothing to use. But time itself. I also think the next boss isn't really going to be important when it comes to loot that I need, but he will be useful for level ups, which is needed. Party expand. I do get my butt kicked, I will start using defense-based mercenary. I do want to put in some of the effort. I get to run around, do running things. I get to run. Boom. So that just does not look like a mage staff to me. That looks like a halberd. Anything new in this room? Nope, all the same. Most of the interactions is just gonna be dealing with this individual. That's pretty much most of the interactions. Nice XP though. I think that's close to one level up, if not a level up. More stat points into strength, because we do need to do damage here. So I am running DPS with evasion as my premise.